Okay, my name is Megan. I'm a representative with CCIP out of North Carolina. First of all, I'd like you to give me some history on Colonial Lanes.
Okay.
As, when it was opened, has it been in your family?
It was built in 1959. My grandfather built it. It was first a 24-lane center, then we built on 10 extra lanes, and then we built the tavern on after that. It's been in my family since then. That's it.
Okay.
It's just been up and running since 1959.
That's good. Okay, and have there been any reported deaths on the property?
Yes. There's one is a murder, and the other one's for natural causes.
Okay. Do you have an approximation of how many total?
Including the murder, I would say 5,
Okay.
5, 7.
Okay. Could you tell me when the most recent?
Most recent would be, gosh, I would say 5 to 7 years ago.
Okay. That's good. All right, thank you. And when were your first reports of activity?
Always. So, I mean, I've been here 17 years and I've always heard it.
Okay.
So,
You don't know where they originated from, if it was like a personal experience from a family member or
it's happened to all
staff?
of us.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I first started working here, it's happened to everybody.
Okay. Could you give me an example of a personal experience?
When was that with the hair?
Was that during the Elks tournament?
Maybe during the last, like, March, May, that area. We had a national Elks tournament. I was standing at the front desk, and something cold literally blew my hair. I mean, it was
A gust.
like a gust of wind in the building. And were you standing there?
Yeah.
Judy and Sarah were both standing there, and my hair literally went like this. And there's nothing down there that would do that to you.
Okay.
And it happened twice that day.
Okay.
And whispered, like you can hear your name whispered. It's supposed to be a woman's voice. And let's see, in the kitchen, like your peripheral vision, over here, I can see, I've seen people walk, or a pair of black shoes, just, you can see down in the floors white. Yeah. What else? I've been, like, smacked on the butt. I was actually standing on the concourse talking to, we have an on-duty police officer, and I was talking to him, and something went by and smacked my butt, and I turned around because I thought it was one of the bowlers, and I was going to smack them, and there was nobody behind me. So,
Wow.
things like that, and then you hear things all the time, just like the whispers, and then the pots clanging in the kitchen, or there's like Western style doors that swing going into the kitchen. You can hear those swinging, and they're not swinging. I had a lady that worked for the Corps of Engineers. Actually, she on Sunday mornings when she would open, out of her peripheral vision, could see somebody bowling on the approach. So
It's very interesting. Very,
Mm-hmm.
very nice. Okay. Could you, like, you've been touched, you say, could you give me a demonstration, like, on my arm of the pressure?
I'm gonna smack you on the butt.
No, I don't expect, I hoped you
It was
wouldn't
like
do that. Just a tap.
Yeah, it wasn't like a pinch or a hurt or anything like that. It was just a tap, enough to feel it through your clothing.
Okay.
Not anything to startle you. It's just enough to feel it through your clothing and turn around.
Okay. All right, good. Could you give me an example of the most active places on the property?
I mean, there's, well, 4. The tavern, the bar, the bartenders, my male bartenders, well, 2 of them are no longer here. We're afraid. I mean, they didn't like to close by themselves because they would always hear stuff or see things. Or, I mean,
They would just lock the doors and leave.
yeah, and they would hear
They
like the
didn't
front
wanna be here.
doors opening when they were locked, and the kitchen door opening and closing when it's nobody's
one.
here. Let's see, the kitchen and the upstairs stockroom of the kitchen, which I just consider the entire kitchen. The front desk area, concourse, basically the entire building, and back here.
Okay.
Not up here, but behind the lanes. I've worked here. It's been in my family since I was born, and that still creeps me out to walk behind the lanes by myself. You just feel like somebody's behind you, like on top of you, behind you. When you walk past rooms, I always walk really fast past all the rooms because they're dark and I just go as fast as I can.
Okay. All right. It's very interesting. I'm very excited to do this.
We've had customers in the restrooms in Rebels say that there was somebody in there with them, and there was nobody in there with them. I don't remember who it was in the bar. So they were in the bathroom, and there's somebody else in there, but there was nobody else in the bar, no other woman in the bar, and asked the bartender who was back in the bathroom. Nobody.
Okay.
So,
Betty has so many stories where she worked the desk and she would hear people walking up the concourse.
yeah.
And there'd be nobody.
Who was it that?
Do you mind being on camera?
Not now.
Yeah, not now. I don't. I mean, things have happened, but I don't see them as being ghost experiences.
Okay.
But they could be. I just choose not to believe that because I want to keep working here.
Okay. So you've not had any personal experiences, or other than maybe hearing something or seeing something?
I'll walk through the back, and it seriously sounds like there's someone following you. Because you see that hallway down there, there's not a lot of room.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There's no one else here. But I choose to believe that it's not a ghost.
That's fine. Many people do. Many people do choose not to believe. Okay, Rachel, you can stop that. You can stop the camera.